views from the left are, however, so numerous as to leave him a member of the left in the same sense that, say, Bishop Pike is a member of the Christian Church. I should like to begin by asking Mr. Muggeridge, how did he hope to retain his credentials as a liberal after writing a year or so ago that history would prove that Mrs. Roosevelt did more damage than Benito Mussolini? Mr. Muggeridge.
Well, Bill, I think you must distinguish between being a member of the left and being a liberal. I regard liberalism as the great disease of our society. And when I said that that people like Mrs. Roosevelt, admirable though they were in intention, would be seen to have done more damage than people like Hitler and Stalin, I meant precisely that. Because Hitler and Stalin got a lot of people killed and precipitated a great war, but they are now discredited. But liberalism, which has been the dominant philosophy in the most influential and even powerful nations of the West, continues to thrive despite the fact that every time it's been applied, the consequences have been disastrous.
You therefore you distinguish between liberalism and leftism.
Left, yes, indeed.
And what, for instance, would be some of the critical distinctions between those two
Well,
doctrines?
I think when I say that I am a man of the left, I mean by that I am instinctively against authority and on the side, or hope that I would always wish to be on the weaker side.
Well, why would that make you distinctively a leftist?
Well, because I think that is what is good in the left position is precisely that. What's bad is its connection and sometimes identification with what you in America would call a liberal view of life. That's the bad side. The good side is an instinctive, almost chivalrous feeling that you should be on the side of the weak.
Well, would you say that there is a curious, then, congruity between the left as defined in England and the conservative as defined in America, who is singularly the opponent of authority, especially state authority?
Yes, I've always had a considerable sympathy with the right in America, considerable sympathy with you, as a matter of fact, Bill, whom I read fairly faithfully. I even had a considerable sympathy, I think I must have been almost alone in England in that, a considerable sympathy with Goldwater as a human being and as a thinker. I remember being asked to explain this once in America, and it was impossible to explain it on philosophical grounds and the circumstances, so I contented myself with saying that I'd seen that Goldwater, that 1,200 American psychiatrists had said that Goldwater was potty, and therefore he was my man.
That a lot of people would have